On The Bold and the Beautiful, tomorrow, Monday, July 7th, 2025, Finn is surprised by Lee's take on Luna, and someone gets shot during Luna's diabolical scheme. But who is it? Luna, Sheila, or Steffi? When Taylor went to the Cliff House that morning, she expected to be telling Steffi about her engagement and celebrating the good news with her daughter. But things took a turn. Hayes talked of a new teacher named Miss Sunshine, and gave Steffi a custom-made fortune teller they had made together at art school. When Steffi opened it, it had a broken heart, a sun, a moon, and a dead woman drawn inside. Just as she was about to call the teacher, Ms. Dillon, the teacher called her instead and asked her to come to the school. After Steffi left, Taylor stayed to watch Hayes, and then Sheila showed up. When Ridge comes over, Taylor has some updating to do. Will put himself at the line of fire when he tried to help by wearing a wire to Luna's apartment, in hopes that she would confess to wanting to hurt Steffi. He had no idea how much trouble he was really in until it was almost too late. When Taylor tells everyone that she told Sheila that Steffi went to the art school, will they realize that she is in danger? Will told his mom and Electra that he'd protect his family again, and next time Luna wouldn't escape. Will he involve himself at the art center? Sheila tries to implore Luna not to make things worse for herself by doing something reckless. Luna believes that Steffi is the root of all problems for both her and Sheila, and wants to eliminate her. If Sheila has to choose between Luna and Steffi, would she do the right thing? And if she did, would that put Luna over the edge? Is Steffi leaving to help Ms. Dillon? Or is Luna forcing her into the back room as well? Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, Soap Spectrum. I am Emily here. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Keep watching, so let's dive into today's video. The Bold and the Beautiful, spoilers for the next 3 weeks, July 7th to July 25th. Reveal that Brooke Logan will make some Italy plans, while Taylor Hayes has a devastating blow in her future. The latest Luna Nozawa story will also reach its conclusion. So let's talk about what's in store. The week of July 7-11 will bring bad news for Sheila Sharp, since the gun will go off during her face-off with Luna. Although Luna won't mean to strike down her grandma, she'll leave Sheila wounded on the floor soon enough. Next, it'll be Liam Spencer's turn to land in the line of fire, so a terrified Steffi Forrester may have to watch that play out. There'll be a third gunshot victim as well, so could Luna somehow take a bullet and finally go down too? Regardless, 3 surgeries are on the way at the hospital, so they'll be performed by Grace Buckingham, Lee Finnegan, and Bridget Forrester. 1 victim will die in the OR. At least that's what B&B spoilers claim. There's a chance Sheila will lose her life, but we could also imagine Lee covering up Luna's survival if she decides to hold her captive instead of sending her back to prison. Regardless, there's no need to worry about Liam and Luna too much. Both Scott Clifton and Lisa Yamada filmed quite recently, so they're confirmed to still be airing when September rolls around. Bill Spencer will have an emotional hospital visit with Liam following this whole Luna nightmare. Even if Liam is unconscious for that, Bill will have some things to get off his chest. During the week of July 14th-18th, Grace may have a hard time keeping a lid on what she's done. The show's having Grace act all secretive, not to mention she's been way too pushy about Liam's treatment. Something is definitely up when it comes to Grace, so John Finnegan might figure out that she's giving Liam pills to make him sicker and faking his worsening tumor scans. Grace's agenda remains a mystery, but it likely has something to do with her disgraced former husband, Dr. Reese Buckingham. The week of July 21st-25th should bring Brooke Logan's chance to nail down some Italy plans. It won't be long until Brooke takes a flight there, so she'll make her travel arrangements and look forward to bonding with Nick Marone. Taylor may sense some trouble if Ridge grows increasingly jealous and agitated. Ridge and Taylor's engagement isn't going to last, so it's just a matter of time until her happy ending gets ripped away. Ridge and Eric Forrester will end up in Italy as well before the month's over, so that'll set the stage for Brooke's upcoming water accident and Ridge's eventual rescue. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers say Brooke and Ridge are still each other's destiny, so Taylor will have to make some updates to her way of thinking. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers hint that Lee Finnegan could fake Luna Nozawa's death and hold her captive, If Lee is determined to sever Luna's connection to John Finn Finnegan, this might be how she goes about it. In the July 7 episode, Lee will take a stance that stuns Finn. What if Lee insists the world would be a better place if Luna was deceased? Lee might have concerns about whether prison can really hold someone like Luna. After all, viewers know how many times Sheila Sharp has managed to avoid justice. Lee might fear that if Luna gets arrested and thrown back in the slammer, she'll just end up back on the streets somehow, like Sheila. Luna already managed to get pardoned once, so we could see why Lee would worry about her walking free again somehow. After Sheila clashes with Luna in a dramatic showdown, the gun will go off. That'll leave Sheila injured and in need of surgery at the hospital. It looks like Liam Spencer will become another gunshot victim later, but could Luna herself be the third victim that's promised in B&B spoilers? If so, that might give Lee an interesting opportunity. Fans may recall how Lee smuggled Finn out of the hospital once upon a time so she could nurse him back to health. Everyone else thought Finn was gone for good, but Lee knew the truth. What if the show does a fresh spin on that story? Lee's motive in that case was keeping Finn alive, but her motive this time around could be holding Luna captive herself and keeping her away from Finn. That might be the only way to sever the father-daughter connection in Lee's mind. Instead of letting Luna actually die or letting her go back to prison, Lee might resolve to keep her as a hostage somewhere. It'd give the show somewhere new to go with this Luna story and put Luna in a horrible situation that she'd absolutely loathe. It's easy to imagine Luna waking up chained to a bed somewhere, or even in a cage. A recent script leak proves that Luna will appear in a September episode with Lee, so there's a good chance they'll be interacting. Could Lee end up being Luna's captor? The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers say one character won't make it out of surgery alive, but the spoilers told everyone that Finn died too. Just because they say something's going to happen doesn't mean everything will be perfectly legit. Lee might tell everyone that Luna didn't make it, and Poppy Nozawa might even be in on the secret. We know that Poppy will shock Lee when she stands firm on something, so maybe the sisters could team up on this faked death plan. Whatever the case, Luna will remain at the center of the drama during the week of July 7 to 11, so we'll bring you updates on all the jaw-dropping news to come. Usually, Bold and Beautiful tease up juicy next-ons at the end of its Friday episodes. But this past week, owing to a preemption, we didn't get that sneak preview. Now, at last, it has arrived, and what can we say but that it was worth the wait? As you'll see in the video below, Luna has lost what was left of her marbles. She's tied up poor Miss Dillon and lured Steffi to the beach house/art school to wave a gun around and remind her stepmother that she did say, "Sorry I tried to kill you." Sheila showed up on the scene, hoping to keep her granddaughter from doing something she'd regret. A bit late for that, it seems. Somebody gets shot. But who? Since we see Ridge and Taylor at the hospital, it's likely that Steffi has taken a bullet. We also hear that there are multiple victims and have been warned that one character doesn't end the week with a pulse. Who's going to bite the dust? Consider the unfortunate potential victims here. Bill is at the hospital too, saying that he'll regret going to bat for Luna for the rest of his life. Could his son Liam have been shot? We do see him in the promo rushing into the scene of the crime. Maybe by now, you've read that the week ahead on The Bold and the Beautiful is going to be bat guano crazy. By Friday, the soap will be down one character. But which one? The smart money is on bloodthirsty Luna, since she's been written into a corner yet again. And it isn't like the show is going to bump off Sheila after just unbumping her off last year, or do away with Steffi, aka one of its foremost leads. There is one other option though. Bold and Beautiful has us all keyed up and eager to see who becomes the ultimate casualty of Luna's reign of terror. And it has us thinking that it has to be one of the three women at Hayes' summer art school. But we know that as the week goes on, Luna takes flight. And who finds her is anyone's guess. If it turns out to be Liam, he could and would put himself in harm's way to ensure that Steffi and Comey never have to worry about the mad woman again. Plus, if he was shot trying to stop Luna, it would explain why Dad Bill is so eager to see him at week's end. That or Pop has finally found out that Liam has an inoperable brain tumor. What do you think? Who is Bold and Beautiful killing off in the week ahead? If it's Liam, The whole canvas will be shaken up forever. How will Bill live with the guilt, knowing that he unleashed Luna on, well, everyone? Would Wyatt come back to read Dad the riot act? Would Steffi look at Finn differently, knowing that it was his daughter who hastened the demise of Kelly's father? Kimberlyn Brown's fan page posted an incredible tribute to the actress, marking a major milestone in her career. From Genoa City to Los Angeles, Sheila Carter has infamously terrorized many people. In 1990, Kimberlyn Brown's devious character debuted on The Young and the Restless, eventually leaving town and relocating to The Bold and the Beautiful. While she's currently on her best behavior playing house with Deacon, fans know her killer instinct is not too far below the surface. Brown shared an amazing milestone on social media, and fans jumped for joy. In conjunction with her fan page, Kimberlyn Brown Archives, Brown posted on Instagram, "Last Monday, nobody knew it, but it marked the 1500th episode of Sheila Carter, played by our dear @Kimberlyn Brown." The caption continued with, "For that special occasion, I've made this 7-minute video montage of all Sheila Carter's history. Long live Sheila, and congratulations, Kimberlyn." The video had some of Sheila's best moments, including her romance with Dr. Scott Granger. It even included her faking a pregnancy and passing off Lauren's baby as her own. Among the montage of Sheila clips were catfights, a fire, breaking a vase over someone's head, one of her times in prison, hooking up with Eric Forrester, and many, many more. Brown thanked her fan group with, "Thank you, Phil." The fans were suitably wowed, with one commenting, "This is an incredibly done tribute. I think it should be screened in an art museum." The fan page detailed the incredible amount of time and effort that went into the video. Their hard work didn't go unnoticed, as another fan wrote, "Archives Kimberlyn Brown, it is an astounding achievement. This is the first montage of its kind that has tracked a soap opera character's entire narrative. Do you realize what an amazing thing you've done?" And among the congratulations, one fan wanted to see things come full circle with the response, "Daytime's greatest villainess. Now it's time for Sheila and Lauren to come face to face again." Is she being blackmailed? Grace seems to be under a lot of stress on The Bold and the Beautiful. She's been involved in Liam's treatment since the beginning. He learned that he had a tumor in his brain. Grace has been invested in trying to save his life. But why? Is there a dark reason behind it? Grace has been pushing Finn to convince Liam to start treatment. She claims that he could add more years to his life, but Liam doesn't want to be a medical guinea pig. Unfortunately, this treatment comes with more risks than miracles, but Grace won't take no for an answer. She's been invested in Liam's treatment that it's caused her stress. It seems like someone is forcing her to test this treatment on Liam, even if he doesn't need it. He might not be dying of a brain tumor after all. This could just be their way of testing this miracle so-called treatment, which could make them money. Someone could be pulling the strings behind the scenes, using Liam as their lab experiment, and blackmailing Grace to do it. She seems to be hiding something. Grace has been getting non-stop text messages on her phone. At one point, she exclaimed, "Leave me alone!" Maybe her ex-husband, the disgraced Darth Reese Buckingham, is making her conduct this experience on Liam. He's no stranger to medical malpractice. Finn can see that Grace is stressed out lately. He knows that she works most of the time, and her family has been through a lot. On top of that, she's been getting secret messages. It could be that Grace is being used as a pawn for some doctor's monetary gain. They want her to test this treatment so they can profit from it. B&B fans can tell that something is amiss from this storyline. Finn could find out what's really going on with Grace. He might learn that Liam isn't dying, which spells trouble for the hospital. They could be slapped with a lawsuit and medical malpractice claims. This will put Finn in a difficult spot, since he is also friends with Grace and cares about her a lot. But he's someone who always wants to do the right thing, especially when it comes to being honest with his patients and loved ones. What are your thoughts on what's going on with Grace? Do you think she's being blackmailed for financial gain? Let us know your thoughts in the comments section below. This week's B&B preview reveals the fallout of Luna's shooting spree. It's going to be edge-of-your-seat drama this week on The Bold and the Beautiful. The video preview reveals the aftermath of Luna's shooting spree with a life or two hanging in the balance. Here's a look at what to expect for July 7 to 11. This week's video kicks off with Finn and Lee in his office, unaware of the danger unfolding. The two discuss Lee's theory that Luna wasn't born bad. Lee maintains that Luna's upbringing with Poppy contributed to her behavior. While Finn agrees with his mother's theory, he says that he can't have Luna anywhere near my family. The preview then cuts to the preschool with Luna and Sheila fighting over the gun. Shots can be heard as Steffi looks on in horror and Liam barges in. Later, at the hospital, Grace is on call when paramedics rush in with multiple gunshot wound victims. Grace and the other doctors immediately start working. Bridget and Lee are in the operating room when a problem arises. "Can you feel the bullet?" Bridget asks. "No," a dejected Lee replies. Although it's unclear who was shot, it doesn't take long for the families to arrive at the hospital. Ridge and Taylor stand vigil as they await news. But their moment is interrupted by Bill, who they're unhappy to see. The couple blast Bill for his role in Luna's latest crime, and he takes responsibility. "I have no excuses, and I will regret it for the rest of my life," Bill tells Ridge and Taylor. The bold and the beautiful, spoilers for the next 2 weeks suggest a lot of twists and turns. From July 7th to 18th, expect there to be a twist in Liam Spencer's tumor story. Deacon Sharp will react to the news about Sheila Carter Sharp. Plus, Bill Spencer goes through a hard time when he's blocked from seeing his dying son. Keep reading, and let's talk about what is coming up in the CBS soap opera. Before getting to the two-weekers, let's talk about what's coming up during the week of July 7. Fans will see Sheila try to get Luna Nozawa to drop the gun and let Steffi Forrester Finnegan go. However, Luna won't give the gun over. Instead, she completely freaks out and loses control. This results in Sheila getting shot by her own granddaughter. Sheila won't be the only victim. As more people arrive at the art school, more bullets will be fired. There will be 2 more shooting victims, bringing the total to 3. Once the shooting victims are brought to the hospital, the patients will be assessed. John "Finn" Finnegan will likely find out about his wife. While Finn rushes to be by Steffi's side, the 3 shooting victims are wheeled into surgery. Bridget Forrester, Lee Finnegan, and Grace Buckingham try to save their lives. However, one person doesn't survive surgery. Fans will also see Liam get injured. That could explain why Grace is really so pushy about the treatment. While Liam is in the hospital, Bill will be devastated over being blocked from seeing him. Carter Walton makes Hope Logan a promise. As for Poppy Nozawa, she makes a statement that leaves Lee shell-shocked. During the week of July 14th, fans can expect to see what happens to Luna. Both Luna and Liam are still on screen during September, according to a leak. There could also be some developments with Grace. Is it possible that Liam never had a brain tumor at all? We should also be getting closer to Nick Marone's and Brooke Logan's adventure. Video footage from afar shows that Ridge Forrester shares scenes with Brooke on a boat, so stay tuned. At the beach school, Luna wails at Sheila that she's not the problem. Steffi is. Sheila tells her this isn't the way to make Steffi see her perspective. You need to calm down. Luna rants about Steffi being judgmental and unforgiving. All their dreams of being a family with Finn would come true if only Steffi would go away. Luna sniffs that Steffi makes us go to these extremes. They don't want to, but it's not like they can ask Finn out for coffee. She insists to Sheila, it doesn't have to be this way. Sheila tells her granddaughter this has gone too far. You need to put the gun down, now. In Finn's office, he and Lee discuss Steffi's text about having to go to the beach school. He then complains about getting swamped with calls from Sheila. Lee warns him not to respond, even to tell her to back off. Finn won't let her back in. She's wasting her time. Lee complains about Sheila being the worst mother in the world, along with her sister Penelope. Discussing Poppy and Luna, Lee tells Finn he's not responsible for how his daughter turned out. It makes her ill what her sister did, crossing the line like that with her son. They go over her keeping her pregnancy from him. Lee feels she was sick, and it's no wonder Luna turned into a monster. Finn recaps that she's done horrible, unforgivable things. He has to protect Steffi and the kids from her. But he can't help feeling if he could have protected Luna, it would have made a difference. Lee says this is on Poppy. Finn can't shake the feeling he could have changed things if he'd been given the chance to be her father. Finn wonders who he might have become if he was raised by Sheila. He's grateful he was Lee's son. She made him the man that he's become. He's not excusing Luna from anything she's done, but she's his daughter and her granddaughter. It's upsetting and problematic, but it's the truth. Lee admits she has some pity for Luna, but they can't change the past. They agree she's a criminal and can't be anywhere near Finn's family. Still, it makes him wonder. Lee has no doubt Luna would have been different if she wasn't raised by Poppy. Lee hasn't forgotten what Luna was like as a little girl. She loved spending time with family. She looked up to Finn. He says she needed her father. All of this is on Penelope, Lee sniffs. Luna was once a hopeful girl, but her life was ruined by her depraved mother. At the Cliff House, Taylor is telling Ridge about Sheila stopping by when Electra and Will come in looking for Steffi. Taylor says she had to go see Hayes' teacher. Electra asks if something is wrong. Taylor hopes not. She explains about the fortune teller sent home with Hayes that was made by Miss Sunshine. Ridge, Taylor, Will, and Electra continue discussing the disturbing fortune teller. Ridge asks how long Steffi's been gone. Taylor wonders if she lost track of time talking to the teacher. Electra wonders who this Miss Sunshine is given. She's been interacting with the kids without the parents knowing. Ridge grunts that Steffi has to follow her gut and complains that Luna's still out there and has been hooking up with her grandmother. Taylor tells them about Sheila's warning about her granddaughter. Ridge wants to tell Baker about the visit. They have to protect this family. At the beach school, Luna tells Sheila that Steffi would call the cops, if not for the gun. Sheila wants her to put it down. Steffi rants about Luna being a psychopath who is targeting her child. Luna says Hayes is her half-brother. She would never hurt him. Sheila asks how Steffi is supposed to believe that when she's standing there with a gun. Luna complains that Finn is her blood, and she's going to have a place in his life. No one is ever going to stop that from happening. Steffi complains about Luna being threatening. Luna rants about Finn and Hayes being her blood. Sheila intervenes again. Luna can't understand why they're acting like she's asking for something unreasonable. She just wants to be seen and acknowledged of being worthy of her father's love. Sheila says you can't do that with a gun. Believe me, I know. Maybe one day she'll be accepted, but today is not that day. Luna screams, "I've waited long enough!" She cries that she didn't bring Steffi there to kill her. She's not that person anymore. Finn wants a relationship with her, and they could have it if Steffi wouldn't make him choose. If they could all forget about her past, her dad could be a part of her future. At the Cliff House, Will asks if the police have checked on Steffi yet. Ridge isn't sure, but they'll find out. Will's sorry the sting didn't work out. Taylor and Ridge think it must have been terrifying for Will and thank him for what he did for their family. At the beach school, Luna cries about her childhood. Sheila tells her she has the past to create her own future. "Don't mess it up," she warns. Luna wants a future with her father. When he told her and held her, it was the first time she felt loved. Steffi asks what she thinks Finn would think of her tying up the teacher and holding her at gunpoint. Luna says he's a forgiving man. She rants to Sheila about the life they could have if Steffi wasn't around. Sheila intones, "Stop this! Luna, you have got to stop threatening her." Luna insists she's not. Steffi says if she's not going to hurt her, then she can leave. She'll find Miss Dillon, take her out of there, and then she'll call the police. "We're done. You're not going to be part of Finn's life." She turns, but Luna aims the gun. "Not so fast." Sheila runs over, protesting, and wrestles her granddaughter for the gun. Suddenly, it goes off. Luna's eyes widen.